Good afternoon, everyone. It's time for today's Farm and Ranch News. And we all know that water is essential for life. What we may not quite fully understand is one's water rights and the water adjudication process. Today, we will preview a few essential tips a person should use in protecting their water rights.
The preliminary decrees are now being issued in Montana. It's an exciting thing that the adjudication has progressed to this step. Many people remember when the temporary preliminary decrees came out in water court back in the early 80s, and people had a chance to object to one another's water rights and object to their own water rights. Well, that process for about half the state is now starting again. So for about half of the 200,000 water right claims that we have in Montana, that process is underway. The Flint Creek Basin has been issued already. They have a deadline to object to their own claims or their neighbors' claims by November. The next basins that will be coming out include the Clarks Fork of the Yellowstone and the Musselshell River basins. From there, I believe the court's headed to the Jefferson and the Gallatin. There's a great map that shows the coverage of that, and you'll see it covers a significant portion of southwest Montana. So what water users need to know is that it's a great time to look up your water rights, and if nothing else, at least get a sense that your ownership and your addresses are right.
Colleen adds that there are many errors in addresses and names of water rights owners. If you do not show up to water proceedings, you risk being defaulted and losing your water right. So how does one make sure basic contact information and that all of your water rights are correct or need to be corrected? You can do this yourself or team up with legal professionals utilizing an online tool called WaterSage.
We have a great tool that combines public data sets into our private tool so that you can see it in it's sort of a Google Map type of format, a satellite imagery based format. So you can see water rights and land ownership and the land features all together.
WaterSage is the premier tool to access and analyze water rights, but in many cases, legal opinion is essential when it comes to the adjudication process. Law firms like Lund Law in Bozeman, for example, combine the WaterSage program with their knowledge of land and water law to advocate for their clients.
We provide a full service menu to landowners for their water rights. We can do everything from a due diligence report, which is to kind of look at what water rights are there and where they're at in the process. We can also help people if they've been served notice that their water right is going through the adjudication process at the water court. We can also help get change of use permits with the Department of Natural Resources.
Our clients get information from the DNRC. It usually just lists a bunch of water right numbers, and it's really hard to tell exactly what water rights match up with where they are on the person's ranch. So one of the nice things about WaterSage is that we can map it out, we can show it to our clients, show them exactly which water right it's talking about, and then we can pull up an abstract which says if it's a stock right or an irrigation right.
If you're curious about your water rights, WaterSage will be hosting a workshop in Bridger at the Senior Center on Wednesday, August 31st at 7 p.m. to discuss the preliminary decree for the Clarks Fork Basin of the Yellowstone. For more on this matter, visit us at northernag.net.